Don't come to my show and it's okay is what Sabrina said, as she's now being criticized for her tour outfits.
Sabrina Carpenter, objectively these days, makes music. Her stage is built to look like a male's genitalia.
Sabrina Carpenter isn't going to be able to become the next Taylor Swift because she's already made the decision to strip her brand of any innocence left. This former Disney star is tired of the family-friendly label, and she's taking it upon herself to force her adult content on whatever audience she has left. So let's get into it. Sabrina Carpenter broke into stardom last year, but now she is stuck and she has no idea what to do next with her career. You might have heard of Sabrina Carpenter because of her songs like Espresso or Please Please Please, but she's actually been working in entertainment for a very long time. She was once a Disney Channel star known for her wholesome, family-friendly image, but her transition into a full-fledged pop artist has not gone unnoticed. We see this time and time again. Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus, these Disney stars who are used to creating family-friendly content, becoming adults and pushing the boundaries. And it seems like it's a natural part of kind of graduating out of this childhood era and into this new phase. But Sabrina's having a more difficult time than others. This person writes, "It's the curse of the Disney Channel black hole. She was on Disney shows, and those shows are still being aired. They don't see her as a 20-something-year-old woman. They see her as the child and teenager she was playing on TV, or at least a child-friendly show." We all saw Sabrina take over with her pinup, pop star, polished look, and that's a great image for her first big album, and people really gravitated towards it. But when you're in pop music and you're in the limelight constantly, things become old very quickly. And I feel like she's trying to create this new image, but it's not working. This article reports Sabrina has been hit by claims that her image is too raunchy, as she is setting back women's rights and scathing comments about the music industry. English songwriting and record production trio Mike Stock, Matt Atkin, and Pete Waterman have slammed the singer's sexy look and lyrics as lazy. Sabrina has become known for her cheeky lyrics and her onstage outfits, but music moguls are now starting to question if this approach is going to last. Pete has claimed that Sabrina dresses like a little girl, and he finds that offensive, and he believes that she doesn't need to go and sexualize her image because she does have raw talent.
Sabrina Carpenter, objectively these days, makes music. And in my opinion, it is not as grotesque and abrasive as things like WAP and what you might hear in rap music, but it is there. And it is covered thinly by a veil of sparkles and silliness. She literally does her entire short and sweet tour in sparkly lingerie. Her stage is built to look like a male's genitalia. And during every performance during her song Juno, she plops down at the end of the song into a different position. And this is not new, because on her previous tour, she had a song called Nonsense, where she would ad-lib a special line at the end of every performance, and they were almost always like, this is what she did on SNL. This is where she makes it up.
Rock hard 'cause I said hi. My sense of humor is, but I am not dry.
Oh, she's not dry. She's letting us know.
And now I just came for the first time.
So I can understand if it's a little bit shocking when you see Sabrina speak in such a way. It's kind of like how we felt about Miley Cyrus. It was previously reported that Sabrina struggled to adjust her current image and initially felt like she was playing a character. Now, of course, Sabrina's been happy about her rise in stardom with Espresso and Please Please Please, cementing her as a household name. But insiders claim that her newfound popularity is a result of embracing a sexpot image and extremely tongue-in-cheek demeanor after joining Island Records in 2021. We found an old clip of Sabrina performing before she blew up, and you must admit that she does have similar energy to what she displays nowadays. Oh, see, there she goes. You know what's worse than getting injured? Fighting with the insurance company afterwards. They will often stall, delay, and lowball you because their goal is to pay you as little as possible because they are not on your side. That's where Morgan & Morgan comes in. They are the largest injury law firm in America with over 1,000 attorneys and millions of clients served. They've secured billions of dollars for settlements and verdicts, including a $26 million payout in Philadelphia, 40 times more than what the insurance company originally offered. And the best part about Morgan & Morgan is that they don't charge anything up front. There is no consulting fee, there's no hourly rate, there's no hidden cost by going and getting them to help you out. So if you've been hurt in an accident,
Morgan & Morgan has your back if you become their client.
you can go to forthepeople.com/Sloan or scan the QR code on the screen to start your claim now. You probably could get it submitted before this video is even over with, and it's not going to hurt to go and figure out how much you are owed. Thank you, Morgan & Morgan, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. One of the reasons why I decided to cover this topic was some of the recent headlines I saw about Sabrina. She has a lot of money behind her, so they don't want any press that's going to make her look bad, but these headlines, dirty and vulgar, are not going to make parents want to bring their kids to her show. And even though she's making music for adults, she does appeal to young girls. I mean, she toured with Taylor Swift for a while, so people are going to want to bring their kids to her shows, but not if she's acting in a certain way that they don't want. Like every time she does perform the song Juno, she does a new SEX position on stage. Her song Juno has been the center of much criticism, largely due to its explicitly suggestive lyrics and corresponding live performance. During concerts, Sabrina often reenacts various positions referenced in the song, at times using props like pink handcuffs or doing some things to the microphone. Let me give you guys an example. Oh, she knows what she's doing with that. So I can understand why maybe the parents will skip out on bringing their daughters to the show. These clips have sparked widespread concern online, particularly among parents and fans who argue that the imagery is vulgar and hypersexualized. And in my opinion, I feel like stars should be able to go and express themselves however they want to, but I also want to acknowledge where she'd come from because she was paired with the Olivia Rodrigos and the Taylor Swifts, and that's quickly not who she is anymore. She's completely become a different person.
Don't come to my show and it's okay is what Sabrina said, as she's now being criticized for her tour outfits. People saying that it's very sexual. She's out there in lingerie in front of thousands of people and half of her audience it's minors. Silly, Sabrina's not for kids. Her album is sexual. I'm gonna be honest, you shouldn't be 14 screaming out the lyrics to Bedchem and Juno.
One person wrote on Twitter, "I'm sorry, but am I the only one offended? Like, why is she being disgustingly sexual in front of children?" The backlash follows a TikTok video Sabrina shared Wednesday in which it was her own version of the viral trend "In the Club We're All Fam" from the Comedy Central sitcom Broad City.
Do you know them? No. But in the club, we all fam. What? In the club, we all fam.
Okay, I can understand, at least because of the caption. My 30-year-old fans trying to talk to my 12-year-old fans. Well, I hope your 30-year-old fans aren't doing that, Sabrina. One person pointed out on Twitter, "Before y'all say, why are kids even going? Remember that she's encouraging them to come." Another comment reads, "She's being so dirty and vulgar to teenagers. It's disgusting." Now, more recently, Sabrina did a magazine photo shoot with W Magazine. And in this photo shoot, she got backlash because she's trying to appear as Lolita, a controversial 1955 novel. The most discussed image shows Sabrina lying beneath a backyard sprinkler, closely resembling a scene from the 1962 film adaptation of Lolita. That is where a 12-year-old Dolores Hayes, nicknamed Lolita, is sexualized while playing under a sprinkler, as seen through the predatory gaze of an adult narrator Humbert. This story is about a 37-year-old man who is obsessed with Dolores and becomes her guardian and then engages in an inappropriate relationship with her. Keep in mind that this girl is only 12 years old. This isn't the first time that Sabrina Carpenter's branding made people uncomfortable because she tends to go for the coquette or sexy baby aesthetic, combining flirtatious hyper-feminine fashion with youthful set designs. Like in one recent lingerie campaign, she was photographed in a child's bedroom surrounded by plush toys and pastel colors. These choices have led to the growing concern that Sabrina is blurring the line between adult sexuality and childlike innocence. We came across a blog that really broke down what's wrong here. It's titled "Your Fave is Selling Pedophilic Fantasy." We can't even say some of those words here on YouTube, but they write, while her content is maturing, Sabrina Carpenter's packaging is regressing. Her music is made for women, but her branding intentionally communicates to a particular version of girl. The Sabrina Carpenter machine is using the 90s era hyper girlhood as the core aesthetic for the adult singer, and intentional or not, the branding is offering audiences a choice of, looking at her like she's a little girl when she's not, because she's playing pretend. As you guys heard earlier, one of those TikTokers mentioned how Sabrina does these outros where she says something, cheeky at the end. They write that there are two particular outros that left a nasty taste in my mouth. Not only does Sabrina fall into those trope of tiny sexy girl with a side of born yesterday sexy, she's explicitly comparing herself to a prepubescent child. She looks like a young girl, and her, oh gosh, I can't even read those things. She isn't sharing this only because it's funny. For some audiences, these qualities grant her favor and capital. Ultimately, that she looks like a young girl that people want to get with. Now, some of these nonsense intros are pretty problematic. The following were performed in the International League of the Eras tour this year. Despite public opinion on Taylor Swift's fan base, only about 5% of Eras tour attendees were under the age of 18, meaning that Sabrina was mostly performing to an audience of her peers or older. She sang, "I'm full grown, but I look like a Nina. Come put something big in my casita. Mexico, I think you are bonita." And another one, she sings, "Gardens by the bay, I want to go there. Then I'll take you somewhere that has no hair. Singapore, you're so perfect, it's no fair." Now, if you don't think that Sabrina Carpenter makes her content for children, then I don't know why she's getting involved with Fortnite, because I don't know how many adults play Fortnite, but I know a lot of children do. Sabrina Carpenter's fans have taken serious inspo from her intimate tour theatrics, putting them in the game Fortnite, and it looks like she's got some freaky positions that you can do while wearing her skin, which is kind of like her outfit. The singer is now a Fortnite Festival game icon, with her character picking up where her live performances left off, as you see in a wild clip of her avatar getting down in some very bold scenes. Let's take a look at what we're working with here. This is again like an animation of Sabrina Carpenter that people, typically kids who play Fortnite, can go and purchase.
Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one?
Oh, that is just wrong.
This one? Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever tried this one?
Everywhere you go, you cannot escape her. But I want to hear what you guys think of Sabrina Carpenter in the comments below. Are you a big fan of her music? What do you think of her stage performances? I mean, I don't know what she's going to do next, like what her next era will be like, but I don't think she can just give us the same thing over and over again. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. My email is SloanWellKnown@gmail.com if you guys have any other video ideas for me, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.